Good morning. Don't have much of a video. I did finish up all of our enlist beans. Didn't video it. I was between a bunch of different farms trying to get stuff sprayed. So we really didn't do much other than that, and that didn't take but a day. I do have 60 acres of plenished beans I got to finish, but I got to clean the sprayer out and just use Roundup on them because they're not enlist or Liberty or anything. So I'm just putting a video out here. I just threw a whole bunch of stuff together that I did video and some little put together stuff that I did. And yeah, that's pretty much all I did. So, but I'm going to show you the corn by the house because it's still looking good. Still looking good. I don't know how tall that stuff is, but I'm 5'8", and it's got to be double me, 10, 12 feet. So, I mean, I'll turn the camera around. Well, I might as well show you the corn. It's first field planted. Ears are getting pretty big. I know you can't see it because I'm driving fast, but I'm gonna go shut the shop doors before that big storm gets rolling up here. If I can get up here in time before it starts raining. If it starts raining, I'm not doing it. So I have to take it. That's coming up quick too. Old tool pickup's doing it. I did get all the beans sprayed today. I got 60 more acres to spray. They are plenished beans, so I got to clean the sprayer out. It's got enlist in it. Got to get it cleaned out because you can't put enlist on plenished beans. I just got to use Roundup. So I wish I got them sprayed. All theirs are sprayed. Look at that storm. I wish I got them sprayed before this rain because it's actually a wet farm, and when it rains, you ain't getting on there. I probably could have got on it today, but it's still a little wet. But I didn't have the sprayer cleaned out, so it doesn't really matter. Look at that sky. Oh, did you see that lightning? Let's hope it's just rain. I gotta shut that barn and this barn. And I'm gonna see you later. All right, so I got them shut. I didn't want to waste any time because the storm's coming pretty quick. My mom was out there taking pictures of the lightning. I was like, you better get in the damn house. So, but corn looks good. Wheat beans look alright. Most of them look good. There's some spots where the baler seemed like it didn't really pick up everything. And we got some bare spots where the baler track was in a couple fields. It's just in a couple fields. I don't know why it's not in all of them, but it's just in a couple fields. And but they're coming up pretty though. I mean, they're moving right along. I did have some extra boron today. I did spray all day today. I didn't video any of it because I was just trying to get it done. I finished the tank here on the wheat beans, got them done. Noticed that a couple of our early bean fields across town had some weeds and grass starting to come in it, so me and my brother buzzed over there. I hurried up and knocked that out, and it was 200 acres. I sprayed one whole farm. The other farms I kind of spot sprayed because it wouldn't. Some spots were bad, and then some spots you didn't even know anything. But oh, look at that! I'm gonna get out here and video this. Yeah, but that looks pretty bad. It's all the way over. It's coming. And then you look over here. Look, it's sunny. It's sunny. Look over here. It's pretty bad. That's the home farm. Or this is all the home farm. That's the home shops, I guess you could say. Look, sunny. Sunny. Not sunny. Oh, she's lightning. Salisbury, Maryland is that way. They are getting pounded. Looks like it might go around us. Oh, did you see that? But here's the wheat beans. They look pretty good. This is the wheat on the home farm. This whole farm was wheat. All the beans, I just did get all that sprayed. This field right here is the field I was talking about. It has some bare strips in it. But other than that field, all the other beans are just beautiful. That's a pretty big farm of it. See the bare spots? There's beans there. The camera doesn't pick them up. They're just not as thick. And like here, I didn't have any problems. Oh, did you see that? I didn't really have any problems here. Got them all sprayed. I don't never spray the wheat beans until they start getting up really good. That way it gives all the volunteer wheat and everything time to grow. That way when I go in and spray, I knock a lot of that out too. You'll still have a little bit of wheat come up here and there, but by the time all this closes, you'll never, it'll just fade it right out. Like that's a really pretty field of beans. It's really lightning over there big time. Hope there's no tornadoes. I've never seen it get this dark like this. I mean, that is ridiculous. Ridiculous. And then look, it's just as sunny as can be. Nothing. I mean, it's all the way over there too. It's gonna be here in a second, so I am gonna get home and hang out with Miss Eastern Shore Farmer. Oh yeah, it's raining now. Look at that. Rain. Come on, corn, just stay standing. That's all I want. Sprayed yesterday, got some early beans across town done. Got the wheat beans here done. We got 60 more acres to spray, but it's too wet where we have to spray at. And they're not enlist beans, they're plenished, so I gotta clean the sprayer out. Just use Roundup on them. But that probably won't be till hopefully Monday because it's wet. That's a wet farm back there. So that'll be a Monday project. We gotta change the concave at a combine. They got her right, said she's good now. So we're gonna keep her so we don't pay $400,000 for a used combine. So she'll be here for a little longer. This is some of the later stuff, but it looks good. You can see the pollen on it and everything. It's all the tassel stuff. It's all pretty much done. They say when these turn brown, it's done pollinating. But I mean, ears all the way up. This right here is the replant stuff, so it's still growing, but it looks really good. Really good. Really, really good. I mean, the ears, they still got another, I don't know, what is it? July, what is it, July 22nd or something, I think. So it's still got, what, about probably a month and a half to go. So these ears will keep filling out. Really, really nice. Really nice. But once you get in there, and this stuff's thick because it's replanted, it's probably a 50,000 population, but you can get in there, it's just ears and ears and ears and ears and ears everywhere. And I can't believe it's doing as good for as thick as it is. It's this field, that field, and that field that got replanted. The back, as you can see, the back's beautiful. But it starts right there's a ditch where that low spot is. There's a ditch, and all that whole back, all the way around. Actually, it's all the way around. It's pretty big. That didn't get replanted. That didn't have a problem. And this right here actually didn't have a problem. I should have let it go. Like I said, I should have just left it alone because I didn't feel like I got the depth that I wanted because the vetch was so thick up front here. But when I replanted, I just used the same lines and put the corn in the thing. Well, then it all turned on when I replanted. So I had corn, as you can see, on these ends. They're pretty much side by side, and they're all making really big ears all the way down. And I mean, look how healthy they are. This is what I like about seed consulting. I mean, look, just dark green. Look at these big wide leaves, and they say that's good for your photosynthesis, I guess they call it. But man, it is all turned on. I mean, it's just crazy. It's just crazy how thick it is. And I don't really walk in corn, but I might walk in this corn sometime and just see what it's like. But I mean, look at it's got good ears. I mean, there's still long ways to go before they fill out, but for as thick as this corn is in these 3 front fields, it's all just, I mean, and when you get up top, it's not just on the edge. You can get up top on our balcony and look, and I mean, it's just all the way through. It's just crazy how pretty that corn is for as thick as it is. Now, I'm not kidding you, because I planted 32.5 on it, and when I came back in, I just left it at 32.5. So who's to say? I'm sure there was some that probably didn't come up, but I mean, it's going to be kind of crazy to get in here and get that John Deere growling, because it's going to be some major corn out of these fields. Now, I'm sure the back's still going to do great. That's just straight 32.5. Oh, look, there's a farm cat running. It's going to do great at 32.5, and actually that's better ground back there. It's real good topsoil. Up front's a little bit more clay. I think that's why I had a problem getting it to push through that tall vetch plus the clay. It had got just a fraction dry. I should have done it like a week earlier, but yeah, I mean, it's just crazy beautiful. I'll show you just so you don't think I'm always picking up this side of the farm. I'll take you across the driveway. I mean, it's all good. Makes me very excited. Here's the other side of the farm over here. And other than just a couple missed spots on the edge of this driveway, because it's so hard right off the edge. Look, there's my other farm cat. That's Ghost. He's our big meal that he hangs around up here. I mean, it's the same thing. Really nice ears. Still got a month and a half to go. But as you can see, there's just a couple bare spots because I got really close to the driveway and it's really hard. I didn't expect that to push in, but as you can see, that is a thick jungle in there because it is all now on the straight lines. When I got planted in the field, I used the same lines, so they're all pretty much together. But the end rows, I was a little off. I was trying to run her the same path as I did, so as you can see, they're a little staggered side by side. But if you look, I mean, it's just ears. So pretty excited. I just sprayed all these weeds yesterday, so they'll die. But pretty excited. So pretty excited. And see how I get close to the driveway. You get a wide ass planter, it's hard to judge it so perfect, but this first row right here, I had a bunch of skips because it was hard, but once you got in there, as you can see, the first thing, second row, it was pretty good. So I kind of corrected and got over a little bit further over here. But other than these couple little missed spots on the edge of the driveway because it's so hard, I mean, you get in there and the rest of it's just crazy, good. Now on the inrows over there where it's all just dirt, I didn't have no problems with the first row. So I used to have a lot bigger yard, but I kept moving the field over because eventually I get tired of cutting grass at the edge of summer, in the summer. So, but got over here, but you can see as you get in there, it's all about the same, and just ears. You can see all the, I mean, it's thick. Very, 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 very thick corn. I'll show you down the ditch too. The ditch has some grass, and of course you can't do nothing about that, but I'll show you it's tall all the way through the field. But like I said, you get up on our balcony, and I mean, the corn's just beautiful. I mean, that vetch, I tell you, that vetch, you know, you don't really know till you get in here with the combine. The vetch is a little hard to get through. I think the best thing to do with vetch is wait for like a couple tenths rain to where it doesn't get the ground all muddy and nasty, but it just softens it up, that fraction. After that rain, go right in there and plant, and I think that's the best thing to do, actually, because the other farm that we got vetch on, it's a little bit sandier, but that's what happened there right after rain, and man, when I rolled through there, it did pretty good. But yeah, I mean, you kind of learn. It was the first year with vetch, so you kind of learn. But a lot of people say you have problems killing it and all that, and I mean, we rolled through here with some stuff and killed it pretty good, so I'm pretty happy about that. And then of course you always come back and you spray Halex and atrazine later. So I wait for the corn to get shin high before I don't do any pre-emerge spraying. We used to, but the weeds would come back after the corn started coming up anyway, and then you'd have to go in there and spray it again anyway, so that costs extra. So we just wait for the corn now to get about shin high, and then I roll through it. We'll do a burn down, plant, and then I'll let the corn get up, and then that way when I go through there and hit it with Halex GT and atrazine, man, it smokes everything. And then by that time the corn already goes and starts canopying, and you don't have any problems, and that's like the only time you got to spray it. So we used to do 2, now we got pretty good with 1. Once we kind of figured all that out, I don't, you know, your salesmen are always, chemical salesmen will always try to tell you got to do this and this and this, and then you got to come back anyway. But remember, they make money off everything you buy, so they're going to sell you everything they can to do it. And I'm not like that. If you got to be a common sense farmer and kind of figure it out yourself at some point, so you're not just steady going in debt with chemicals and lining their pockets. Do got a pretty good salesman, but I learned to kind of do some things a little different, you know. You listen 50% to them, and then you know the other 50% what works. So, but yeah, it's not much of a video, just a bunch of stuff kind of thrown together. I videoed this week. I didn't video a whole lot, and they did get the combine fixed, but now the turret, the auger turret, where it spins, there's some bushings there. They're worn out, so they're supposed to be coming back this week. They had to order the parts, so we got to pull the whole auger off to put these bushings in and put it back on, and then she will be ready to go. I do got a corn head I got to rebuild. I wish we would trade in and get a little bit newer model corn head. They're a lot easier to rebuild eventually, but that's the goal eventually, to update corn heads. But we got to rebuild the one we got, and you'll see that. I'll video that. And what else? Fixing the combine and just pretty much getting everything ready for corn. I got, like I said, 60 more acres of Plenish beans to spray, but it's been 95, 96, 97 degrees. The day is Saturday, so not going to do much today at all. We went out on a boat yesterday. We're either going to do a pool day or a boat today. I don't want to go spray them beans when it's going to be 96. Well, they say it's 96, but really with the humidity and everything else, it's probably going to be over 100. So yeah, not much going on. So enjoy the video. It's not much of a video, but we get through this heat wave. I think Monday it's supposed to, well, they say cooling up, but it's still going to be in the 80s. Then I'll get the spraying done, and we'll get doing all this other stuff to the combine and corn head and stuff. You can see, I can video then. So all right. I did tell you I would video that. All the way down. Of course, you know the ditches get grass in them this time of year. But, and this right here is right beside our other part of our driveway. I just sprayed all this stuff the other day. I got the gator over there. Sprayed all of it. But, you know, good looking ears all the way through. And then I got the farm kitty here. She used to not let us touch her. And she kept having kittens up here, and the damn foxes would come up at night and get her kittens. So we got kind of tired of that, and she would never let us touch her, so the Humane Society gave us a trap. So we actually, the kittens that did survive, we got them, some of them before the foxes got them, we got them. She kept them in the chicken house in the straw. So we found out where they were, caught them. They were little, and we let them get adopted. So we put a trap out with some food in it, because she used to never let you touch her. And we got her fixed. And when we had her in the trap and kind of got her out and got her fixed, she started letting us touch her some. And now we can't get her away from us. I mean, she'll, come here, come here. Now she wants to be a camera or whatever. But here, let's see if we can get her out here. Come here. Come on. 4:30 every morning, she's waiting with the other cats to get fed. We have our inside cats. Come here. Come here. Yeah, you're a good girl. Come here. There you go. Come here. There you go. She used to be so scared she could never touch her. Ever. Now you can't get her away from your daggone feet. Come on. Come on. And she's a good cat too. She'll bring, I guess she goes in the chicken house. If there's rats in there, she'll kill them. And she's a little teeny thing. You don't realize how little she is. But she is a little teeny thing, and she will kill rats and bring them and show you. And I mean, it's crazy how, I mean, she could be vicious. Now, she is a straight up farm cat, but we've kind of modernized her a little bit. But she's still, yeah, you're a good girl. Yes, you are. She'll come up on the pool deck when we're in the pool and hang out. It's crazy how she had just adapted to wanting to get petted when you never did before. But anyway, all right. Everybody have a good weekend. Stay cool.